So I'm going to hit the record button and I'm going to share my iPad. And now you should probably see my picture instead of me. Um, I'll start off by just introducing myself. I am Jim Munchback, and I've been teaching here at the University of Houston for about 8 years. I've been teaching personal finance, and I really love teaching personal finance. Um, Last semester, as you probably know, things changed. Uh, and I would say they didn't really change for the better, but we're dealing with it, and I hope you're dealing with it too. So this summer is my first summer school class ever to teach. So this is different for me. And when I said yes, I would teach this course in the summer, which I never have done before because generally I have lots of fun things to do in the summer. This summer, fun things were questionable. And so, couple of things. One, they asked if I would teach the course. Normally I say no, and they ask every year. Number two, they said if you teach the course, it has to be online. And so 100% online this summer. So that was a challenge, but I said yes because I've been teaching this course for 8 years, personal finance. It's a very popular course, and my students, well, I don't know how many of you have checked out ratemyprofessors.com, but you would probably see, let me make sure we've got, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had some folks waiting to be admitted, so I need to pay attention to that. More are coming. So anyway, we're teaching this course online, which is just different. It's a different use of technology, a different skill set. And so I'm asking for your grace. I know you have to put up with this change, and I doubt that any of you would have chosen it. Although I understand there are some benefits to online courses, and one of the benefits is if we do our job well, if I do my job well, I can create content for you to consume on demand so that you don't have to spend as much time in the classroom. This has always been a hybrid course. You get 3 hours for the course, and in the past, we've had one class session in the classroom, and then the rest of the time you spend watching videos, doing homework, and doing an assignment. So we're going to talk about what you are required to do this semester in summer school, but I really want to kind of lay out the groundwork and the foundation for how the course is structured and how the content is going to be delivered. And so along the way, I want you to know that this is my first summer school, and it's really my first full-blown online course. So I am going to ask that you give me some grace, and I will be available to help any way I can. So you can text me, you can email me, and you're going to find out pretty quickly that we have a whole nother level of engagement for this course. So I've taken the course that I've been teaching for 8 years, and I've really tried to reimagine what it would be like to provide this course in an online setting, where we could use the technology that's available today in a way that could really accelerate not only your learning, but accelerate your, improve your experience. So the way we're going to do that, you've already seen, most of you have already gone to moneystudygroup.com. That's just a redirect link that takes you to the page that is the kind of the home page for this course. And I'm building that as we go. So don't expect a whole lot right now. But what you do have there at the top of the page is Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. I'm going to show you this page. Come on. If I can get to that page. That's not the right page. That's a page on my website. Let me try this again. Sorry, I should have had this ready. Can't type. There we go. So you'll see on that page at the top left, if you click on that, it will take you to your client portal to go ahead and sign up, open an account. And the technology that we're using for this is really fantastic. It's what I use with my clients. So I'm a certified financial planner. I've been teaching personal finance for a long time. But what I'm going to do this semester with you is I'm going to take you through the same basic onboarding process that I would take a new client. I serve a lot of young clients. Siri just decided I said something. So I serve a lot. That's what I said. I serve. Siri thought I said Siri. I serve a lot of young clients, and I've set my business up. The name of my business is Bayrock Financial. I've set it up to provide a low-cost financial planning service or product for young clients who don't have a lot of assets. So you're going to get to take advantage of that. Typically, that is $100 a month with a $500 setup fee for a client. But I'm letting you use this whole platform. It'll cost you $49.95 if you to get into it. And in the past, you would have used the book, the Dave Ramsey book, and that's what's in the syllabus. And that was $100. So this will cut the price in half, and you will receive a tremendous amount of resources and engagement with me throughout the course. So I'm hoping that will be a big plus. But this is how you get started, and this is really the most important part of this week, is to just click on set up your online account, which you've done, and then download the app. And if you're using an iPhone, you're going to see that it's Right Capital. That's the name of the investment company or the technology company that we use. It's branded with Bayrock, but it is designed and built by Right Capital. So whether you're on a Google phone or an Apple phone, those are the links to do that. So again, it's my company Bayrock has built this whole platform for actual clients, but you're going to get to use it. Basically, you'll have access to it for an entire year. So the work that we do together this semester during this course, as we work on financial planning, personal finance, I'm going to teach you a lot about personal finance, but along the way, you're going to get to develop and build your own financial plan. So we're going to do that throughout the course, and it's a capstone. We don't have a final exam in the course, but we will have this capstone, which basically is worth 200 points. So let me talk about the points. In fact, I better get on script here. Let me get back. I'm going to pull up the old. Now this is the old syllabus. And I say old, it does absolutely say summer 2020. So it's our syllabus. I was playing earlier. I found this new toy. Check that out. Anyway, so this is the syllabus, and that hasn't changed. What, the actual content, the structure of the course, none of that's changed. The big idea of the course is, from the very beginning, my goal for the course is to teach you how to become a millionaire by the time you turn 50. So that's what we're going to do. And each of the lessons, homework assignments, everything you do, including extra credit, is all designed with that big idea in mind. So your first homework assignment this week, which will be due Friday, is I want you to tell me, what is your goal? What do you want to accomplish in this course? Why did you sign up for personal finance? And man, it's weird just talking to a camera. I hope you know that. I'm wearing these dopey headphones. Um, so it's this point in the, the first lesson every semester that I get to look around the room and I get to ask a few questions that they reveal a lot. And one of the questions that I would ask if we were together, and when we're together, typically someone, answers the question and we get into some dialogue. It's been really difficult to do here on Zoom, but you're welcome anytime to chime in and answer in dialogue with me. But one of the questions I ask is, how are you feeling today about the weight or the responsibility of managing money for yourself, of becoming completely responsible for your own financial future? How does that feel for you? What is that like for you? And typically at the end of the class, I ask, or sometime in the class, I ask you to write down a couple of words that describe whatever your emotion is. And the words that I get, the emotions that I get, the answers that I get include stress and anxiety. And that's what I've come to believe is the reality in terms of how most of the folks sitting where you're sitting are feeling about the responsibility of managing money. So my goal in developing this course and presenting this lesson, not just this lesson, but all 12 lessons in the course, is to give you a greater level of clarity and confidence. And ultimately, I hope a better sense of contentment in terms of your financial life, how you manage money. And so that's what this course is about. And the idea, the big idea of becoming a millionaire by the time you're 50, that's just a goal that seemed to make sense to me. It's not a big goal. A lot of my friends who, question if that's even a good goal for me to try to teach younger people about how to manage money. And, I think the way I see it is, I know a lot of people, and you do too, who never learned how to manage money. And because of that, they don't manage money well. And the results are that they end up feeling a tremendous amount of stress and anxiety. And that doesn't have to be you. That doesn't have to be your experience. So you're going to learn a few basic principles and some interesting laws of personal finance that will, if you practice them, if you put them into practice, they will make a huge difference in your life. And becoming a millionaire by the time you're 50 will be a pretty easy thing to do. So at the end of each of these first lessons, I have a pretty good sense of where you are now in terms of that level of anxiety and this topic of managing money. And, my promise is that if you stick with this course, if you engage and you pay attention and you do the work, you're going to leave at the end of this semester with a much greater level of not just understanding. That's important to have a good understanding, but you're going to have a much greater sense of real confidence, because you're going to know that you know what to do to be successful. And in this particular course, because we're doing the summer course and it is different, it's a whole different level of engagement. You're going to have a mobile app where we're going to work together to build your financial plan. And you're going to be able to do that on your iPhone or your Google phone or your iPad or online. Some of the things you'll do will be online. Just a few minutes a day, I'm going to walk you through the process of building a comprehensive financial plan using the tools that we've put in place for our clients. And that's how you're going to get graded on 200 of the 1,000 points, is how much data did you put in? How much did you maximize your use of that tool in creating your own blueprint, your own financial plan? So that's going to be a big part of the course, but it will be very easy. In the past, if you look at the syllabus, you'll see that all of these highlighted gray things, the 30-day spending plan, those budgetary things, including tracking your spending, those were all fundamental components, essential elements of the course. And so we repeated them and we worked on them throughout the course. That's how we used to do it. This semester, though, we're going to use this tool that is going to give you the ability to actually let me see, I've got somebody wanting to be admitted. Sorry about that. Sorry, K-Van. Didn't mean to leave you out there. K-Van, welcome. Sorry I kept you waiting. So this semester, you're going to have new tools, much better technology, which is going to give us the ability to be in contact and interacting more, if you want to, through the platform, through the mobile app. And so you're going to learn that as we go. But right now, you need to do, like I said, download. You want to download, open the account online, clicking that link at the top left, and then select whichever app you need, download the app. Once you have the account, you download the app. Your app then will be connected to your account. So that's really important. So let's walk through, you've got a list of homework assignments here. I'm going to be changing this for the summer course. And what we're going to do, instead of having 2 assignments, we're only going to have 1. So I will be posting the assignments in Blackboard. So you will complete the assignments in Blackboard. Now, I'm building an entirely new platform, kind of like Blackboard, but we're going to be using Blackboard just because I want to make sure that your grade is, consistent and so forth. So 1,000 points, that's how many points are in this course. 200 are class participation. It's going to be a little difficult for me to quantify, but the way you're going to be graded on class participation is, so for example, today, last time I checked, there were 19 students who signed up and opened their account. I don't know that you downloaded your app, but I see your activity. So that's participation. Being on this call today and chatting in. If you came late, by the way, please be sure to chat in your name and the time that you got here so that I can have a record of that. So I'm looking for the chat now. Sorry about that. I have too many things going on. So you're going to have 1 assignment a week. It's going to be due every Friday, which is on the syllabus. Some of these assignments are going to go away because the capstone, which is worth 200 points, is going to replace several of these, the spending plan and the budget things, because we're going to do all of that in the app. So right now, all of that technology is available. You don't even have to pay to get into that course at this point. You will in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But right now, I've opened up the first lesson and the first assignments. And all of your assignments will be posted to Blackboard so that we have, like I said, an easy way to keep track of your points. There's 1,000 points in the course. You need 950 points to get an A. So in the past, this has been, I don't know how many of you have checked out the ratemyprofessors.com, but I lost my chat. I'm looking for chat. Chat, there we go, chat. So if you could chat in, if you checked out ratemyprofessors.com and you saw some reviews that made you interested in this class, I'm always curious if that is one of the things that brought you here. But I notice on ratemyprofessors.com that the difficulty level of the course is relatively low. And I also noticed that the Hot Tamale Award doesn't really, I don't earn that, so that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, those are two observations. The difficulty level of this course is pretty low. So I hear anybody got a comment? Chat in. So the difficulty level is pretty low, but there are some assignments. Every week there's an assignment. There's 1,000 points, and so you need 950 to get an A. It's not hard to get an A in this course. And the summer course is going to be even less difficult because I'm going to be very flexible since we're online and this is new to me. I'm going to be as liberal, as generous as I can be. And again, I'm going to ask you to do the same for me, to be generous and full of grace, because it's so here we go. Do we need to sign up for your website using our email? I believe I signed up with a different one. Yeah, no, I don't care how you sign up, just as long as you can connect, that's all you need. I saw the reviews too. I was interested because students said they missed. Yeah, I miss my students too. I mean, think about it. It's like I'm talking to a camera. I can't actually even see your face, but yeah, we'll get back to that, and I hope one day I get to meet you in person. But hey, so I appreciate that. Thanks for. I'm reading your comments now. I'm not going to read them out loud, but I'm reading them, and I'll save them. So, any questions you have, now's a good time to ask. You'll have more questions in the as we go forward. This is going to be a weekly deal, the Tuesday meeting. I'm not sure. I think you should be here. If you can be here, you should be here. But I am going to post it to the YouTube playlist. I'm recording it. I'll post it. But I really want you to be here. But I'm going to let you decide. If you have to work, you have other distractions, and you can't be here, you're not going to be penalized for not being here. But it will impact your participation grade. So I just want to encourage you to be here and encourage you to participate, because when I read your comments and see your name, that's how I know you're here and you're participating. So let me see. Are the summaries every week to be written about what's on the website? So the summaries are going to be about what your content was. So for example, there's going to be some interviews that I have that I'm going to post in your assignments. There's going to be some things to, basically videos that you watch that are topical. And so you're going to write a short summary. Typically it's about 800 words, which shouldn't take you long at all. You can use, I'm not going to say Siri. You can use Siri to dictate, which I did not have that in college. That makes this writing exercise so easy. So yeah, you're going to write the summaries about the content that you studied that week. It's your major, and plus you're going to do some other homework assignments that are very practical. So you're going to just comment about how that went, what you learned, what your experience was. So nothing difficult. It's not really research. It's just you sharing your experience. So my hope is that at the end of the semester, you'll have a set of notes that you can go back to 5-10 years from now, and they'll give you a good refresher of what you were learning and what insights you were having about managing money as you take this course. So yeah, the video reviews, that's what it'll be. You will watch the videos and you'll just kind of write an outline and tell me what it was and how it impacted you and what the content was. So the format, I'll share some examples with you, or an example or two. Um, I'm not going to do that right now, but basically I just want you to write an article, and I want you to format it in a way that makes it easy to read. So if you wrote an article and it was all just one big paragraph and I had to read that, I would be like, ugh. So like I'll show you, don't mean to make you dizzy there, but so this is my notes for today. This is lesson 1, week 1. I see how I formatted it. Like it's got headers, and I made font blue, and I put you don't have to put pictures in yours, but that's what I'm hoping that you give me an article that's easy to read, because it's just not fun to read a huge just pile of text. So that's it. Yeah, the pizza party on the 31st sparks your interest. Did I leave that in the syllabus? Ooh, uh, yeah, I don't know if we'll have a pizza party this semester, but I would love to. If we can, I'm in. Okay, let's see. Your older brother back in 2015. That's awesome. I have some good friends who actually took the course, and that's always fun to have repeat clients. Let's see. I do love teaching. Yeah, and it's not a chore, but it's not a chore, but it's very different online. I'll tell you, it's not as fun. So let's see. The question. Click. Yes, so you'll pay the $49. It's just not set up yet, but it will be at moneystudygroup.com. You should be able to sign up for the course right now, but I am working on that. This is a new piece of technology for me, so give me a little time. Your first assignment is going to be due this Friday. I'll post that assignment today, and it's basically going to be, you're going to watch some videos and you're going to write a summary of those videos. So I'll post that, and as soon as we finish this call, I'll get to work on that, and then you'll have it. I'll try and post your assignments in advance as much as I can, but typically they get posted, the week that they're due, or the week before they're due. So today I should be posting. Well, today I will be posting what you have due Friday, and then sometime over the weekend I'll be posting what you'll have due next Friday. And then on Tuesdays, when we have this call, we'll talk about the assignments, and I'll help you understand, the easiest way to do the assignments. But mostly, we're going to talk about this, we're going to work through the capstone. We're going to talk about you building a financial plan, taking what you've learned each week and building that into your financial plan. So will the assignment be posted on Blackboard? Yes. Yeah, for me to grade it on Blackboard, it has to be posted on Blackboard. So it will be posted as soon as I figure out how to use this other platform at moneystudygroup.com. I will be posting the assignments there as well. But for you right now, you're going to be, I'll be posting them in Blackboard, and you will be completing them in Blackboard. There are some other students who are not part of this call who are in the course, but they're basically outside of the university, so they're not invited to the Zoom call. This is just for the students at U of H. So great question. I want to answer any questions you have, so if you have any more questions, give them to me. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the big idea of becoming a millionaire by the time you're 50. May I drink some water? So every semester, when we get into the first day, the first lesson, I ask a lot of questions, but one of the questions I ask is, what does it mean to be a millionaire? And I get a lot of different answers. So I want to just take a minute for you to answer that in the chat. What do you think the definition or what it means to you to be a millionaire? What is that? What is a millionaire? Benjamin, that's right. Benjamin says, can you guys all see the chat? Does everybody see everybody's chat? Yes? Okay, cool. I see. Oh, privately, thank you for the private yes. Everything else is not private. Hello, I should have known that. So assets equivalent to $1 million, having assets. Okay, so yes, you guys pretty much have it. And some of you, I'm sure, are accounting majors. Ooh, someone's in the waiting room. Sorry about that. Let me go to the waiting room. Participants, admit all. Thank you for letting me know. I'm so sorry for those of you who were stuck in the waiting room. Let me just mention about the waiting room. And for those of you who came late, let me remind or repeat what I said earlier, and that is that these will be posted on our YouTube playlist. It's on my YouTube channel, but you'll have a link to the YouTube playlist. So this will get posted. In fact, if you go to moneystudygroup.com, you'll notice this YouTube. I think that will take you to, yeah, that takes you to the playlist. So do you see how that worked? It's one of the social links there, and I put, instead of putting a link to the channel or a specific video, I just put the link to the YouTube playlist called Money Study Group. So this, every Tuesday we'll do this, I'll record it, and it will get posted to YouTube. So those of you who came late, I wanted you to know that. So back to the chat. The chat question is, where's chat? I lost my chat. So the question is, what's a millionaire? And I know some of you are, Deandra, you had a good answer here. To be a billionaire is, of course, you have $1 million. But really, truly, it's $1 million of assets or net worth of at least $1 million, which basically means net worth is assets less liabilities equals net worth. So if you, I always use the example of, so maybe I own a Winnebago. I have one in my driveway. I love it. Go camping. I've got a Goldwing motorcycle, 2 Lexus cars. I got a John Deere lawnmower in my garage. I've got like 3 Big Mac computers. I got a lot of stuff, and I got a house, only one house. But if I had all that stuff and I valued it and made a list, which you're going to do this semester, you're going to make a balance sheet. My balance sheet would show that I have a whole bunch of assets, my house, my Winnebago. So let's say that all my stuff was worth $500,000. Do I have a net worth of $500,000? Possibly, but I could also have loans. So if I have a loan on the house of $250,000, then my net worth wouldn't be $500,000. Even though the house is worth $250,000, the bank owns it. I don't own it, so my net worth would be $250,000 if I owed $250,000 on the house. So to be a millionaire by the time you're 50, the big idea of this course, for those of you who came late, I want to teach you how to become a millionaire by the time you're 50. And that means you have $1 million of net worth and you don't have debt. Now you might have debt. If I owed $500,000, but I had a net worth of $3 million, I still have a net worth of $2.5 million. And again, to become a millionaire by the time you're 50, if you're generally a college age person, that is not a big, hard thing to do. I'm going to teach you the small steps that you can take that will make it really achievable to become a millionaire by the time you're 50. Now, some students tell me that to be a millionaire means you make $1,000,000 a year. This class is not going to teach you how to make $1,000,000 a year. I've never done that. Don't think I ever will. Maybe I will, but it doesn't really matter. What would I do with $1,000,000 a year? I would do a lot of good things with it, and I'm sure you would too. But the truth is, you don't need to make $1,000,000 a year to be a millionaire. A millionaire, and at least the definition that I use, and I think it's pretty standard. I'm a certified financial planner, so I qualify as an expert. And so that's the definition, to have $1,000,000, meaning net worth. So very good. I want to clear that up. You're Out Fishing by Livingston. That's great. How did you chime in? I guess you're chiming in on your phone. K-Van, that's amazing. You're fishing in Livingston. I was talking about my Winnebago, my favorite place to camp, Lake Livingston State Park. So you make me jealous. Fishing, it's a great day to be fishing. And your connection isn't great. Go figure. Okay. All right. So we covered the definition of being a millionaire, and I covered basically the point structure in the course. You're going to get an assignment every week. Do the assignment. When you do the assignments early, I will give you extra points. So if you do the assignment late, you get no points. So I'm going to try to post the assignments in advance so that you can do them in advance if you want to do them in advance. But if you get them done early, you'll get a few extra points. I'm generally very generous in how I grade your assignments. I just want to know that you're doing the work, and you'll see that when you do the assignments, when you do the articles, when you tell me what you learned, that's really what I'm looking for. Is I want to know that you're absorbing what we're putting out there, and I want to know your honest input about, was it helpful? Was it clear? Was it valuable? And are you going to use it? Because I'm going to teach you a lot of things. You're going to do some assignments that are going to be very practical. But if you don't learn anything from it, or you just do it as an assignment just to get the grade, it won't be that valuable. And so I know I'm competing with a lot of things out there, like fishing on Lake Livingston. And so one of the ways I try to be competitive in competing with all those other demands is to just give you extra points for turning it in early. All right, so I'm going to be posting your assignment today, and I'll be posting some videos for you to watch, which will be the content this week, mainly about saving, and there's also a video on the 3 laws of personal finance, which you may have already seen, but that's going to be also in the playlist. So every video that we do, every interview that I do, every lesson video or lecture that I do will be posted where? That's a question. I'm looking to see the answer. Nobody's typing. Blackboard, 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 Blackboard. Yep, nobody's gotten it right yet. No. Hey, Laura, I'm going to remember you. Yes, Victoria, yes. Yeah, yes, YouTube. Videos are not going to be posted. Now, I might post a link every now and again. Like in this assignment, you're going to watch some videos from Dave Ramsey. Let me talk about Dave Ramsey for just a minute. In the past, this course was, for those of you who came late, I'll repeat, you would pay $98 and you would get a digital book. It used to be a real book, but you would have access to these videos. Well, the videos have gotten more and more out of date. So it's one of the reasons I'm transitioning to a different set of content. By the time the semester ended, most students were kind of tired of Dave Ramsey. I was, but he has some great content, some great ideas. So we're going to use some of it. We're not going to use the premium stuff that you have to pay for, but he has plenty of content that's very valuable that's on YouTube. So that's what we're going to do. And it'll be in the YouTube playlist. So that's where you'll find anything that I post for this course this semester will go into that YouTube playlist. And I'll be in there today cleaning it up a little bit because there's some videos in there that you don't really need to watch. So if you just know where that YouTube playlist is, that'll be a very helpful way for you to get your homework assignments, at least for the videos. I'm going to be doing interviews. I interviewed a lady named Michelle Schneider, and her husband Keith yesterday. Michelle and her husband both traded futures on the New York Stock Exchange for many years, and they've both written books, or she's written a book, but they both are professional traders today. So I got to interview her, and I asked her about, what advice she would give to young people today who wanted to learn how to invest. She gave some really good advice, and I'm going to share that interview with you. I'm going to be interviewing, I've got a list of folks, some I've already interviewed, and I'm just going to, I'm waiting for the right time to post the video interviews, and I'm going to be interviewing a lot of other folks along the way. A lot of that content has not even been created yet. I'm going to be working very hard this summer to create the content that I think is going to support the work that we're going to do together in the course. And I promise you, by the end of this course, you will have learned the things that you need to learn to become a millionaire by the time you're 50. I want to wrap up today with kind of a couple of things. One is I want to talk about discipline. What do you think of when I say discipline? What do you think of? I grew up in a family with, my dad was military, so he was pretty authoritarian, and discipline was not a pretty word. I didn't like discipline. It was harsh. But the truth is, discipline is a good thing. It's something that makes you strong. And so I always ask the question, if you had to explain discipline to your, fourth grade nephew or niece, how would you explain it? And so means, yeah, there's some good definitions there. Lack of silly mistakes. I wish I could get away with that. Sometimes silly mistakes are just a part of life. Self-control is certainly part. Yeah, be on time, 10 a.m. So yeah, a lot of those are good definitions. So let me just give you mine. This came from a man that I read. He's passed. His name is Dallas Willard, and he was a neat guy. He was the head of the philosophy department at USC, University of Southern California, and he wrote several books. And I got to spend a good deal of time with him. And Dallas had some incredible insights. But he talked about discipline. He used the example of Magic Johnson. And I went to high school with Magic Johnson. I grew up in Lansing, Michigan. So when I heard him use this example, I thought it just made a lot of sense. But he talked about Magic Johnson and how, well, I don't know about you, but if I had to run up and down that basketball court the way a professional athlete does, I would be dead pretty quickly. And so that's what Dallas was saying. Yet you watch somebody like Magic Johnson back in the day run up and down the court, and it didn't even look like it was work. And so he talks about, how does somebody get to that level of conditioning? And it's basically they start and they do this small thing and they repeat it. And over time, that small discipline develops a muscle that gives them the ability to do the big thing they never could have done if they didn't practice the little discipline. So I always like that definition. Discipline is the small thing that you can do that will create the muscle or the strength or the ability to accomplish that really big thing that you could never do if you didn't practice the small thing that you can do. That's a great definition of discipline. You know, the first time I ever met or talked to Magic Johnson, it was June. So this is June 2nd right now, but it was a June day in Lansing, Michigan, and it was pretty hot for June especially. And my friend Kirk said, hey, he knew I'd never met Magic Johnson. I wasn't in junior high yet. He was, so he knew Magic. He said, I'll introduce you. In fact, he said this, my friend Kirk, he had really big hands. He won the Guinness Book of World Records by snatching pennies. He snatched 52 pennies and won the Guinness Book of World Records. So he had really big hands. And I always said, man, dude, your hands are freaking big. He's like, you think my hands are big? You should meet Magic. So he takes me to the gymnasium, Everett High School. Now, Magic Johnson wasn't even in high school yet. He was still in junior high, but they let him go into the gymnasium. And on a June day, we ride our bikes up to the school. It's hot. There's nobody in the gym except this one dude shooting free throws. And I thought, that's got to be the most boring thing. I mean, wow, seemed like a boring guy shooting free throws. So, you know, as I grew older and watched that man do what he did, the magic that he did through high school, through college at Michigan State, and then the Lakers, it's like, I never lost that lesson that, you know, discipline is that. That's what discipline is. And so if you want to be successful with money, it's not a technical task. It does involve some small disciplines, and I'm going to teach you what those small disciplines are. And so that leads us to, yeah, he does have a net worth that's pretty significant. 600 million, is that right, Jeremy? That's a lot. Um, resisting the urge to reel in early. Yeah. So you know, one of the questions, Kayvon, that I usually, well, I don't ask, but I always sense that, at least early on, I guess probably when I teach this course and I tell you that I'm going to teach you how to become a millionaire, when I started teaching this course, that seemed a little, you know, it seemed a little edgy, I guess. I don't know. But I put myself in your shoes and I thought, if I were sitting where you're sitting, and I had some guy telling me that he's going to teach me how to do this, that, or the other thing, especially something like becoming a millionaire, what question do you think I wanted to ask? The question that was on my mind. What question do you think that would be? What, like, are you asking that question? Do you wonder something about this guy that's telling you he's going to teach you how to become a millionaire by the time you're 50? Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Yep. And so to answer that question, I felt like I owed it early on, and I still think it's kind of true. I think I owed it to my students to say, yeah, yes, I'm not going to try to teach you something I didn't do. In fact, after doing it, I wrote a book about the things, the stories, the people that I met along the way who helped me understand what it would take to be successful. And the whole $1 million thing is just a number. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't mean much. I mean, so let's say you get an $800,000 net worth or $500,000. As long as you can live within your means and live the life that you want to live, it doesn't matter what the number is. But it does matter that you learn the basic skills and the discipline to manage yourself, to be in control of your spending. And those are the things that really make the difference. So the answer is yes, the $1 million mark, I hit that by the time I was 50. I did it I was very fortunate in a lot of ways. So how much did you learn during the journey? That's what I wonder. I would wonder, yes. What age? Before 50, but not much before 50. Do I have to purchase something first? Randy, no, you don't. Well, yeah, you got to pay $49 to get into the course, to have the app and the platform, the technology. And in addition to that, by the way, you'll get, I need some help. This is part of your package. You're going to get it digitally. You're going to get assignments, reading assignments from my book. But I'd like to give you a copy of this, the hard copy. It was endorsed by Stephen Covey, Ken Blanchard, a lot of really cool people endorsed this. And so I want to give you this is part of the course. But my question is, and maybe you can tell me, how many of you are on campus? Like, if I brought these to Melcher and left, a case of them for for you to pick up, would you be able to pick them up? Or are you guys like me, not really going to campus very much? You could drive up there. You live an hour away. So, okay, some of you are on campus. Some of you could drive, like, I guess, cool. So I could mail them to you, but then I'd have to get your mailing address. Or you could drive in and pick it up. So maybe I'll do this. If you're willing to come to school to pick them up, I prefer a digital copy too. Cool. You'll get the digital, but it'll be bits and pieces, like chapter 3 will be part of one of the lessons. You know, I can't give you the digital, but I think you can buy it on Kindle for $9.99. Maybe I can. I'll check. I used to be able to set it up so that for like 30 days it could be free. So let me check on that. That would be cool too. Physical copy. I want you to have a physical copy, because when you're 50 years old, I want this to be on your coffee table, and I want you to read it. It's got some cool pictures in it too. So anyway, so that'll be part of the package. But the main investment, we've invested literally hundreds of thousands of dollars on the technology that you're going to have access to this semester. So I'm really excited about that. And the price, the $49.95 that you're paying to have access to that, is, for one thing, it's half of what you would have paid for Ramsey, so you don't have to pay that. So I can't really make it free, but you will get to have it for one whole year. And again, clients who pay for this pay $500 up front for the setup fee, and then they pay a minimum of $100 a month. It depends on your net worth. If you're just starting out, we have a minimum $100 a month subscription plan, and then if you're $500,000 or more, it's usually $250 a month. And then if you're millionaire and you have a business and there are other moving parts, that requires more time. It includes coaching and financial planning, personal financial planning. So it's a lot more than just an app, but the app is pretty great. You're going to have access to all of that, in addition to some personal coaching from me throughout the course. Most of the coaching will be done right here on the Zoom call. So I hope that answers your questions. I will get some of these hard copies at U of H, and if somebody needs me to mail it to them, I'm happy to do that. I don't really want to mail out 50 of them, because it costs like $5 every one I mail. But anyway, yes, I want to make sure you get that, and I'll check on the digital copy to see if I can make that available for you for free. Let's see. Any other questions before we wrap it up? I'm going to try to wrap up in an hour, even though this is a 3-hour course. Typically in class, we go 90 minutes, but I can't do 90 minutes. I mean, I could, and I will, if you have to clarify before we, if you have questions, that's what I was going to say. So to clarify before we go, we have our first 800 to 1,000 video summary due Friday at 10 a.m. along with the assignment of telling you what our goals are. That is correct. And it's really going to be one assignment. So, and that's what's a little different this semester is, well, I won't go into it, but in the past, we did 2 assignments each week. This semester, and they were 30 points each. This semester, they're going to be 1 assignment, but we're going to kind of combine things. So you'll do the homework assignment, watch the videos, write an article, and in that article, you're going to tell me what your goals are. And yes, everything that you're required to do this summer is going to be posted to Blackboard. It's also eventually going to be posted in moneystudygroup.com. I'm building that course, but right now I just want to make sure we don't have any confusion about assignments, points, and your grade. So for everyone who's part of the University of Houston cohort, your assignments will be posted in Blackboard. Again, those same assignments will be posted in the online portal. And if you would like to take those, just put them in both places, that would be awesome. I might even give extra credit for that, as I get that portal set up. But I'm building that portal so that next semester it will be fully operational. But this semester, I'm building it as we go. So Blackboard, yes, that's where all of your assignments will be due. And all of your videos will be posted to YouTube. So, okay. GM, GroupMe, that's a GroupMe. What is GroupMe? I should know. Join group. Laura, can you expound on that just quickly? Maybe unmute yourself. GroupMe?
So GroupMe is basically like an app where people can talk and like exchange information. Like maybe they have a question of when is this assignment due, and they don't want to go through the trouble of emailing. They can just ask on there. We can say, oh, it's due on Friday at 10 a.m., etc., etc.
So is that GroupMe link, did you set that up for a specific group? How does that work? It's a
You can
messaging
create,
app.
yeah, it's like a messaging app. You can create a group for a specific like class or maybe a specific project, and you can have it closed. So it's only that class, if that makes sense.
So should I set one up? If I set it up, would you guys use it? It's a student forum. Oh, so it's not really for me, it's for you. It's where the
Yeah.
classmates can, okay. So I wouldn't set it up, right?
Not necessarily, no. It's
Okay,
usually like like a classmate type.
cool. And it's like I'd be spying on you if I tried to. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for that.
Hmm.
I can, okay. Cool. Well, that's cool. If there's anything I can do, any resources that I can provide to help you, like GroupMe sounds like a great tool for you. So, if you need me to do anything, let me know like that. The online portal that I'm building for the online course, it does have discussion boards. So for each topic, each lesson, there's a discussion board. So I think that will be helpful once we get that built. But right now, that's just going to be where you go and you get started, and you'll see content be built over the semester. But it's not a fully operational platform at the moment. But it is where you get, if for those of you who came late, before I leave, and I'm going to leave in just a minute, this is the page. Can you still see that page? Morgan, she just posted. Okay, I'm assuming you can still see that page, and you can see where you click to open the account and then download the app. So that needs to happen soon. All right, we have another student waiting to be accepted. Sorry about that. Okay, well, we're going to wrap it up on that note, unless there's another question. Is everything that we can do on the app doable on the website? Yeah, I think that it is, except it is, except you can't put the website, well, yeah, the app is cool though, but I think yes. In fact, some of the things that you're going to need to do, you won't be able to do on your mobile device. So you'll want to keep that link, bookmark it, don't lose it. But if you do lose it, you can always go back to moneystudygroup.com. There's a link at the top left of the page. The videos are writing about the Ramsey video. This week they will be Ramsey videos. They won't all be Ramsey videos. Before I leave, let me ask this question. Anybody on this call, have you already ordered your book from Ramsey? Because you do not, I know it's in the syllabus, but we're not using the Ramsey course anymore. I will be posting the videos. So Brian, you did order it. Yes, I did, but yeah, do get a refund if you can. If you can't get a refund, then I'll try to help with that. But do not, anybody that buys the book after this moment, you're on your own. But if you did buy the book and you need my help to get a refund, then I'll do my best, even if that means I have to reimburse you some. But I don't want to do that. So post the videos, and yes, the videos will all be posted on YouTube. And Felipe, if you look at this page, hopefully you can see the page. Tell me if you can see the page, Felipe, because up here at the right, you see that YouTube logo. If you click on that, it's going to take you to the YouTube playlist. Okay, so better to just everything on the website versus, Jazz, I'd say no. I'd do it I do as much as you can on the mobile, on the app. But if you like working on the website, if you like using a computer, then do it there. That's all good. Whatever's easiest for you. What's cool though, you're going to see pretty quickly that you're going to be able to see all of your money and your transactions on your phone. And I'll show you that as we move forward. All right. So I have to call tomorrow because I have an 8-hour shift. Okay. All right. Any other questions before we go? Again, everything I post for videos will be on YouTube, but the assignments will all be posted in Blackboard. We're going to meet here every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and it will be recorded and it will be posted on YouTube. But I would be here if you can. You get 200 points for class participation, and this is part of that. So it's important. Kayvon, go fishing, man. All right, y'all have a great day, and I'll be available if you need me. You can always text or email if you need something. Please don't abuse me though. But if you need something, don't hesitate. Y'all have a great week, great day, and I'll get your assignments posted. Thank you, Deandra. You guys, thank you all. Thanks, and have a great day. All right, I'm signing off now. Thank you, thank you.